Yes team, what is going on? Good morning and welcome back to a brand new YouTube video. Now, I was going to film a training video of me this week for the YouTubes, for you guys, because you've been asking me to show you either my new split or just run you through one of my training sessions. However, your boy had hair laser removal yesterday. I get it all the time. I say all the time, every sort of 6 or so weeks on my chest, down here, and on my right arm. I can't get my left arm because obviously I've got the tattoo and that would obviously ruin the tattoo. I've been getting that done for well over like a year and a half now, and now I'm just maintenance, so I don't need to get it so frequently, but every sort of 6 or so weeks when I go back to where I got my hair transplant done, it's the same building, different company, but same building. And so every time I do PRP on my hair, which I did yesterday, I always try and fit this in as well. Anyway, I cannot train for 48 hours after having this done because a lot of heat gets sort of trapped in between the skin cells, if you like, or layers of the skin. I do the ice baths, so I actually think I could probably train a lot sooner than 48 hours, but if you do train too soon after that, you can come up with blisters, and I actually did that once by accident. I actually completely forgot, and I went and trained the next day, or maybe even later that day, and I sort of come up with loads of blisters and over my skin, and I had to put some special cream on to get it off. Anyway, so what we're going to do instead is we're going to do a full day of eating on a rest day. Typically, I'll be honest with you, my food does not change on a rest day. Maybe the difference would normally be on a training day. I would definitely make sure I've ate twice before going to the gym and 2 very high carby meals. However, I'm still trying to bulk, I'm still trying to put on some size. I got ill a couple of weeks ago and I lost about 6 kilograms. Of course, I put a lot of that weight back on now, and a lot of it is just water weight. But typically my calories, protein, fats and carbs are pretty much gonna stay exactly the same. Now the reason that is because I wanna try and put on weight. So I don't wanna drop my calories on my rest days at the moment. That is something that I do, but at the moment I'm just not doing that. So we're gonna run you through a full day of eating. But first I've gotta go to the shop because I've run out of oats. So I'll go and do that. I will also give you a quick update. Let me look at the barnet, guys. It's pretty good, right? Looking pretty thick considering. I'll put a photo up on the screen of what it looked like, you know, a few weeks ago or months ago, but we're getting there, guys. So without further ado, people, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. It's actually cinnamon and sweetener. Right gang, we've been joined by Eleanor. I actually made her some breakfast. So right, we have 4 whole eggs, 5 hash browns as my starter. I wasn't gonna get that, but I went to the shops and I went to try and find frozen raspberries, and the hash browns were looking at me. So I bought some of those. And then I still need to get some good carbs into me today, and I'm going to choose. This is obviously my rest day, but like I mentioned, I don't change much on my rest day. In fact, I actually try and eat more on my rest days, because then when I'm on my training days, it actually helps me push more weight, because obviously if I'm training at like 10, 11 o'clock tomorrow, I'm going to feel great. Then we've got 70 grams of oats, 80 grams of raspberries, 60 grams of banana, 20 grams of dark chocolate, and some cinnamon and stevia stuff on top. This breakfast comes to 1,037 calories, 91 grams of carbs, 51 grams of fats, and 44.9 grams of protein. So already, because of the hash browns and because of the dark chocolate, and because of the eggs, we're already sitting at 51 grams of fat. So I'm going to be careful for my next few meals because I don't want to be going over 100 grams of fats. I don't like going over 100 grams of fats. I'll try and keep it sort of 90, 95. It's not the end of the world, but I don't want to go over fats today. I'd rather just go over by carbs if I have to. So that's a good start to the day. 1,037 calories. Let's get into it. Can't beat a hash brown. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I honestly reckon I could eat 150 hash browns in one go.
Really?
First part of meal done. I feel like that's the easiest part. Honestly, guys, I used to be a big eater. Like, I could eat so much food. Over the years, it's definitely got less. Ellie wouldn't say so, but I'll find this quite hard to get through, I reckon. But we're just going to dig in and go for it. Unbelievable though. It is time for lunch. A little bit, oh, the fridge is open. A little bit later than man would have liked. And I'm doing this video now because I want to eat now. I'm having four bagels. One's already done, one's in the toaster, two is right here. I'm having 4 bagels and I'm gonna have tiny little bit of butter on it, but obviously I've got to be careful with my fats because I've already kind of got quite a lot already tracked. And then I'm actually gonna have a little bit of Marmite on there. Got a thing about Marmite in the Memento, not sure why. So 4 bagels with a little bit of butter and Marmite. This meal is going to be my second meal of the day, and it is, how much I can have of that? Let's say I have 5, 10, 15, I reckon I have 20 grams of that, because maybe 10, probably not even 10, it's probably not even 10 grams, is it? I'm gonna, per bagel, but I'm gonna put that anyway. 5 grams even. This is the second meal of the day. This is 957 calories. Already the macros are 253 carb, 66 fat and 86 protein. Now protein's low at the moment, but protein for me is so easy to get in. Now I track everything that I eat, right? So later on I've got something like protein cereal from Ghost. I'm gonna probably be having a bowl of that later. However, I always try and hit 200 grams. So however much I weigh in pounds, so maybe a bit more, maybe 208 or something. I want to hit 210 grams, 220 grams of lean protein. So the rest of the protein that you get from the other things, like you get a little bit of protein from bagels, you get a little bit of protein from the protein cereal, you know, protein shakes. That's great, but I like to have lean, 220 grams of lean protein. So if I hit 250, 260 in a day, 220 has got to come from lean meats or eggs. Second meal in the bag, guys. 4 bagels, a little bit of butter, and Marmite. That is going to hit the spot. Very little protein in this meal. Normally, I would have already trained by now, so I may have had this a lot sooner in the day for extra carbs. It's actually 2:49 at the moment, but I'm not going to the gym today. I've got a call at 3 o'clock. Which is very exciting, guys. As you know, my new role with the Alpha Elite company is now part of Men's Design. We've got calls with the manufacturers over in Canada, so lots to do, lots to go over. The call was supposed to be last night, but we pushed it back to today. Again, I can't talk to you about loads of stuff, but it's super exciting to be involved in this, and I can't wait to show you guys what we've been working on throughout the year. It's going to be absolutely insane. Anyway, this is a full day of eating video, and these are my bagels. Lovely. Right, meal number 2 in the bag. Geezers, it is dinner time. Just come off some calls there. I had some calls with some potential clients, which actually turned into clients, which is fantastic. We are having chicken. We're having chicken. I think I've got to cook for Ellie because she's actually gone out at the Memento. So I'm going to make chicken halloumi. She's got the full fat halloumi though. I don't know, it's a lighter fat, but I can't eat that. Well, I might have one slice because obviously My fats are too high already. What is that on me there? Anyway, we're gonna have chicken wraps. Chicken, peppers, lettuce, and I think that's pretty much it. I would have mushrooms in it, but Ellie doesn't like mushrooms, so she would shout at me if I did that. So let me whip this up. I'm watching the football as well. We've got Man United on. I'm a big Man United fan. Not that I should be mentioning that right now. But anyway, let me whip this up and I shall speak to you guys in probably 10 minutes. I've just taken the lid off this and I'm going to start browning this off a little bit. Now, Ellie's probably going to moan because I've got no seasoning on here other than salt and pepper. But look at that. I love the taste of nicely cooked chicken with some nice peppers. I'm going to have 1 or 2 pieces of halloumi, some lettuce. I might even put a bit of this Nando's Peronaise on it. I'm not a big sauce fan or a big seasoning fan, as you may have guessed. I could quite easily mix all of this with rice and eat that. I don't need any seasoning, I don't need any spices or anything, and I don't need anything else. Obviously I'm gonna have a wrap tonight, high carb day, coming right at you. 2 wraps, let me tell you what this is coming out at. We're looking at 866 calories, 83 grams of carbs, 23 fats, and 78 grams of protein. Fats are getting dangerously high. They're not really getting dangerously high, guys. I just personally don't like eating over 100 grams of fats. They're currently at 89. I have got 1 more meal to eat after this, maybe 2 meals. It's only 6:20, which is good timings. For me, I don't like eating late. I don't like eating after sort of 7:30. 8 o'clock is the latest, really. If I eat something and I eat something by 8 o'clock, then I'm okay, because I go to bed at sort of 9:30. So it gives me an hour and a half to digest. If I'm going to have something before bed, it may be a protein shake, but I don't know if I'll need that today. We shall see later on, because I am going to have something else after this. But anyway, current macros are sitting at 342 grams, 89 fats, and 163 grams of protein. So in here we have 2 tortilla wraps, we have 25 grams of halloumi, we have lettuce, red bell pepper, yellow bell pepper, 200 grams of chicken breast, and about 15 grams of this Peronaise. Don't need a lot of it, just a little bit of it, and that is me done for meal number 3. 3 meals in the bag, nearly 3,000 calories. We've got 2,860 calories currently eating and about 1,150 calories remaining. Now, calories wise, I'm not too bothered if I go over my calories, as long as the protein and the carbs and the fats is pretty bang on with what I want to get. That obviously can change slightly with the certain foods that we eat. So, without further ado, let's jump into these bad boys. Which one's the top, which one's the bottom? Maybe that way. Beautiful. If I wanted to, I could have put it back on the pan for a bit and made it a bit crispy, but I don't need that. Honestly, that's perfect. I don't need any spices in that. I love plain chicken. I love plain bell peppers. I like the cheese. Salt, pepper's enough for me, guys. Beautiful. Right, gang, it's like 1 hour after eating. So it's now 7 o'clock. Where am I going? Here. We're having a yogurt bowl. Now, I've got 2 sorts. Greek yogurt, authentic Greek yogurt, 10% fat, or Fire yogurt, Man United just scored, good in there, 2%. Now, normally I wouldn't matter, but because I'm going to go over on fats, I have to go for the Fire. So we're going for the Fire, and I'm going to do 300 grams of this. Right, this whole tub is $4.50. Again, oh jeez. I'd normally eat the whole tub, oh god, this. I forgot about this, didn't I? The whole tub is 450. Normally I just eat 450, guys, but I'm tracking everything and I want to make sure I'm bang on with everything, and I will be going over my calories and protein target and fat target if I don't track. And you will as well. Everyone says, oh, I don't need to track, I know what I'm eating, roughly. You don't know what you're eating. I don't care if you've been tracking for 16 years, you will never 100% know what is going into your body if you're not tracking 100%. So get tracking, start weighing, and you will know, you'll see a difference. The biggest thing as well, I say, it's not just when you're cutting, it's when you're bulking as well. And I'm guilty of it as well, guys. That's 300 and there's nothing left in this tub, so how is it 450? That's 300. But look, this is my problem. There's like nothing in there. So I'm just gonna put the whole lot in there. Anyway, what I was saying was, so it's now 380. What I was saying is, if I wasn't tracking my food and I'm bulking, I would be that guy that's like, well, I'm gonna go and have this, I'm gonna go and have that, I'm gonna have that, I'm gonna have this, whatever. And then I'll end up not knowing what I've eaten that entire day. And it won't just be calories that's going mad over, it's gonna be your protein, your carbs, and your fats, and that's where you're gonna start to feel shit. And the biggest thing is I can say to you guys is when you're bulking, the number one goal, of course, is to build muscle, but the number one goal for me is to make sure I don't feel like shit. If I'm eating too much food, too much high fats, even too much protein, I feel like shit. I feel like shit when I'm training, I feel like shit when I'm sleeping, and it just doesn't work. So make sure you're tracking your food, even if you're bulking. I'm still gonna go in with a scoop of protein, even though I had a little bit extra yogurt, just because this flavor is honestly, it's my go-to flavor. This is the peanut butter cereal milk flavor. Now the reason I love it is because I love peanut butter. I haven't got enough fats tonight to be able to have peanut butter on top of this. So it's basically the cereal milk flavor with peanut butter powder in it. It's a game changer. However, check this out. Ghost, now do a bigger tub. So look, small tub, big tub. This is 920, look at the arms, 924 grams of protein, fucking hell, of weight. And this is 2,270. So you're getting 2.27 kilos of that. Now with my code, the bigger tub comes out around £51. So this costs about £1.20 per scoop. If you get the bigger tub, it works out about 90p per scoop. The only flavours they do in the bigger tub is the chocolate chip cookie, which I've got here, which is still a pretty good one. I wouldn't have it in the yogurt, but I'd have it like drink it normally. And they also do it in the cinnamon flavour at the moment. I'm sure they're going to bring it out in different flavours at some point. But at the moment, you've got two flavours there. Right, once you put that in there, guys, give this a big mix up. You want it to basically, you can use a whisk as well. I've done that before, I've used a whisk and made it like proper. I'm not too anal about it. Once you've mixed it, give it a big blitz. Yeah. Frozen berries, I don't really weigh my berries out, guys, because they're frozen raspberries, guys. Like, come on. You don't need to worry about that. If you're overeating in raspberries, trust me, it's not going to be a problem. It's just not going to be a problem. I only have about 100 grams in it. Well, I thought I had about 100 grams, but 100 grams is that. That's quite a lot. What else did I track? Can't remember what else. See, this is the biggest tip I can give you guys as well. When you're trying to hit certain goals when it comes to your calories and macros, track your food before you eat it. Otherwise, if you eat it, you can't take it out of your diet, can you? So, right, frozen raspberries, yogurt, and that is it. I'm afraid. I'm not having any peanut butter on that tonight because I don't want to go over my fats. I've tracked my entire day, so I already know what I'm eating for the rest of the day and what I'm going to hit by the end of it. If I was to go and have something else in between, I know it's going to start throwing me off, but I'm not going to because I'm already quite full. After this, I will be full, but I've got one more meal left. So this is meal number 4. Maybe a little bit more protein actually because I haven't tracked. Let me put a bit more yogurt on there. It was 380, wasn't it? So it's actually 65 grams of protein. under 440 calories, right? That is the perfect evening snack. You haven't got you haven't got to have that much. I'm just bulking at the moment, but if you were to have 200 grams, 150 grams, it's gonna be less calories. And that, guys, is the perfect snack to stop any sweet tooth cravings. Last meal of the day. It's now 7:45. We're gonna have, what did I track? Where's my phone? We tracked, right, Cocoa Pops. We've tracked 80 grams, but let's see how much that actually is. Perfecto. And then I've also tracked about 300 ml of milk, but I don't know if I need all that. Let's have a look. No, 270. Let me change that. Done. 404 calories, 80 grams of carbs, 2.4 grams of fat, 13 grams of protein. And that is going to wrap up today's full day of eating, guys, and we have left it on 445 grams of carbs, 100 dead grams of fats, I don't want to go over, and protein is 241 grams. That is today's total calories and macros. Calories ended up being 3,700. So realistically, for someone my size, let's work it out quickly now. So I'm 93 kilo. Hey Siri, what's 93 kilo in pounds, please? That is 205 pounds. So let me work it out, calculator. Do 205 times by, let's go 15. That's 3,080 calories. That's roughly my maintenance calories. So we're in a good surplus of about 700 or 640 or 630 calories, which is pretty good for me. Rest day as well, so no energy has been exerted really. I did do some walks, or a couple of walks, nothing mad. What is my steps today? We're looking at 7,000 steps, so quite low today, to be honest. Is that right? Is that right? Yeah, 7,000 steps, quite low. Anyway, that is going to wrap up today's video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Make sure you like this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I shall see you guys in the next one. And please comment below what videos you want to see next.